What's up, guys, and welcome back for another Star Citizen video. And this one I'm going to answer a question I've seen a lot, and it is kind of a statement saying that Star Citizen just costs way too much compared to everything else in the gaming industry. And I'm going to kind of break it down, and I'll show you how I kind of look at it and give you my thoughts on kind of the whole situation that surrounds CIG and Star Citizen as of today. So over here on this side of the screen, you can see these are all the game packages that allow you access to play Star Citizen, essentially like you would if you would buy another game on Steam or whatever. The lowest packages here are $45, which even that in and of itself is cheaper than most games that come out these days. I mean, last year Diablo 4 was $80, $90, $100 depending on what package you got. City Skylines 2 is a game that I was looking forward to. It was, if you want to get the good pack of that, that was, $60 to $80 on that, and that was a pile of heaping trash when it came out, and was completely buggy as well. So I think that the real thing you gotta look at is, like, most games, whether they're alpha or if they're full release, are probably going to be complete trash when they come out, because that's just how the industry works now. But I want to kind of shed some light on like what it actually costs to have access to Star Citizen, and that is like that digital Star Citizen digital download access. If CIG didn't package the game access with a ship, you wouldn't have anything to do in the game. You'd get in there and you wouldn't have a ship to fly around. You have to, like, bum a ride or whatever, get some credits, and then buy yourself a ship, right? So they do you the favor of actually packaging game access with a ship. Now, all of these ship packages, what we can do is we can actually just take the value of the standalone ship off of these packs, and it'll tell you exactly what Star Citizen game access is. So let's go and type over here. This is a standalone. If you just bought the ship by itself without game access, what it would cost. The Aurora MR down here, $30. So over here in the game package, game access, $15. That's how much it's worth. Let's go with the Mustang Alpha here, $30. That means game access is $15. And now let's go with the Pisces here. Let's go ahead and search for that on standalone. $45 to $60, $15. Let's go over here to the Cutter. If you bought the Cutter by itself, $45, $60, $15. Let's go 100i. $50, $65. Game access, $15. Anyway, we'll just do the other one. We'll just keep going. All these game packages. $60 for the Avenger Titan, $75 for the package, $15. Right? I'm not here to, be a shill for CIG. I've had my issues with them, and I have my issues with their content focus and all of that, so that's not what this is about. The fact of the matter is, $45 to allow you to play Star Citizen is cheaper than most games that come out these days anyway. And here's the thing too, and this doesn't have to do with just CIG and Star Citizen. It has to do with every game out there. EVE Online. It has to do with things like Elite Dangerous or Diablo or whatever you might be playing. All those microtransactions, all those things that you can buy with real money. No one's twisting your arm to spend on microtransactions. Absolutely no one. Other than buying a game package to access Star Citizen, every other thing can be bought with credits by just playing the game, or doing what most people do and get in there and just ask chat for, some alpha UEC to buy whatever they want to buy. No one's twisting your arm to do anything. You don't have to buy the overly expensive cosmetics in Diablo 4. People do it anyway. You don't have to go and buy Plex and do all this crazy stuff in EVE Online, but people do it anyway, and they still complain, and they'll always still complain. And also, just in terms of like Star Citizen, no one's telling you to go out and spend $400 for a Reclaimer, but people do it anyway. You can just grind out 15 million for a Reclaimer in Star Citizen, and you're good to go. The other thing I think I see is like, oh well, if you just buy like the Aurora MR package, and then that's all you have, and you grind out, and they do a wipe, then you lose all the stuff that you bought with in-game currency every time they do an update. That's true. They're in an active development stage, so anytime they implement anything that has to do with persistence, they're probably going to do a wipe. The last wipe we had actually was in 3.18 back in April of last year. That's when the persistent entity streaming came out, and so yeah, they had to do that. They also had some difficulties with implementing that patch. We haven't seen a wallet or a ship wipe since then. we'll probably get another one too when they actually put in the replication layer and server meshing, because that directly ties to everything that they're trying to accomplish on the persistence side of things. See, CIG actually does want long-term persistence to be a thing. They want to be able to track stability in, you know, players having currency for a long time, players, you know, collecting ships for a long time. So every time they do a wipe, it's pretty much for a good reason. Now, just to remind you again, just like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not a shill for CIG. I have my problems with them. Do I think that the ships on the pledge store are expensive? Absolutely. But also, no one's telling you to go out and pay for them with real money anyway. So that's how I look at it. They can be whatever price they want, but if I can just grind it out in game and buy it that way, then I'll do so. Also, I have my gripes with CIG too about focusing on certain features or certain things over, you know, game stability stuff that we've been having to deal with for, you know, quite a long time. So that's just is what it is, you know, and that's my problem. So I'm not, you know, 100% on the bandwagon. So I figured I'd just make this video and kind of address what the actual cost for the, you know, game is and how it compares to like everything else. I've spent more money last year on just trying new games that came out than actually just playing the thing that people say is stupidly expensive. So, you know, it all comes down to who you are, where you are in your life, and how much expendable income you have, and how much you think your time is worth. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.